Hello, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes College Football Week 5. Best bets, locks, and predictions. I, of course, am the perfect one, AJ. Joining me, as always, is the man with the numbers, the college basketball guru, sportsbook whisperer, daddy of the diamond. All hail the king of the links, Mr. Noah Engelbretson. Noah, every once in a while, I got to change up the order of the names just to challenge myself. I didn't fuck up or anything, obviously. But
Hey, I respect it. I respect it. Gotta keep people on their toes. Hey, love the new graphics, by the way.
dude, thank you. I'm working on some shit. All right, we're trying to look more professional per se. You know, and what that actually means, I'm not sure. I'm wearing more collards now and everything, so I think I'm doing something right here. Sunglasses are staying though, so everyone can just fucking get over that right now. But no, we're not here to talk about how cool these sunglasses look on my face. We're not here to talk about how Cooper Rush might be a Hall of Fame quarterback already. We're here to
Oh,
talk.
can we though?
No, we can't, Noah, because we're here to talk about college football and the nice Week 5 slate and the card that we have picked out. We picked out what here, Noah? 10 of the most, what we think, the best games to bet on, the most exciting games to bet on, and just the absolute locks, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say the 10 best games to bet on, but definitely what we think are maybe the top 10 most exciting games of the week.
Well, yeah, if you want us to talk about UTSA and Middle Tennessee, tell us in the comments and we'll do like a live stream if this video gets to 100 likes. But we'll get to that shit later. No, but I mean, yeah, let's talk about the games that we like, the games that I'm definitely going to watch and have 5 TVs on it all day. It's beautiful. I fucking love Saturdays, Noah. So let's get into it. The first game, Washington going to UCLA. Washington, a 3-point favorite, going to UCLA. 66 is the total. I mean, what are like? I mean, that's a lot of points, and this Washington team likes to put up points. But I mean, UCLA being 4-0, Noah, that is a record that I did not think I would see in my lifetime, honestly.
I mean, you look at their schedule, it's not that big of a surprise.
Yeah, fair
Like
enough.
any half decent team with that schedule should be 4-0. Just going to pull it up here because they did have a really close call. But yeah, they've played Colorado, who's the worst Power 5 school and
Oh,
maybe
they're
one of the
so
worst,
bad.
maybe one of the, I might go as far as saying maybe even one of the worst FBS schools. I mean, the fact that Arizona opened up as a more than 2 touchdown favorite against Colorado, that should
Shout
tell you
out.
all you need to know.
Hey, shout out Wildcats. We're taking over, baby.
And then they played Bowling Green, Alabama State, and Southern Alabama all at home. Um, Only winning by 1 point against Southern Alabama. So I'm not sold on this UCLA
No.
team. Another guy who's not sold would be their head coach, Chip Kelly, if you saw his comments.
I haven't seen the comments. I just heard they were not very endearing, let's say.
Yeah, not seeming very optimistic about his team. Maybe he's going for the long play, playing a little psychological warfare. Who knows? But I don't think that's a way to hype up your team.
No.
Uh, UCLA struggling to fill like even a third of the Rose Bowl for all of their home games so far this year. I think it'll be a little bit better with the conference game here, but probably still a lot of empty seats. I mean, AJ, I don't know if you have any opinion or if you can tell me differently, but I'm like, tell me why Washington's not going to just go in and steamroll UCLA.
So I believe, and I will always believe, that as long as there is an East Coast bias in this world, there will be an LA bias as well, because all of those shitheads on the East Coast come over here and they tear up California, all right? So as much as there is a Cowboys favoritism, East Coast favoritism, it's the same thing with LA schools. That's why they are showing UCLA a little bit of respect and dignity, putting them as 3-point dogs. But in reality, Noah, it's even more disrespectful to Washington, who has not been getting any love this season whatsoever, no matter how well they're doing, except on this show. We love them on this show. I don't know whether the show likes them as much as we do, but bro, I mean, would it change your mind if I told you UCLA was what, 2-2 in their last 5 games against the spread?
How are they 2-2 in their last 5?
Because
They got
stats, bro.
they got a push in there.
I know, literally, it's a it's supposed to say in their last 4, but they have like the same copy in their last 5, and so it's websites being lazy. But I mean, Noah, I don't
Okay.
know about you, but the public, I think, is leaning the way we are with 65% of the bets and 56% of the money on Washington minus the 3. I mean, it's a pretty open and shut case for me.
Yeah, I'm riding with Washington, and I'm going to take the under in this one too. Interesting enough, you look at all Washington's 4 games this season. They've all been under 66 points, all somewhat narrowly, but they all have been under 66. I'm not saying the over-unders have been that, and I'm not saying Washington is 4-0 against the over-under, but that number 66, it looks pretty good. And yeah, UCLA, same scenario.
Yeah.
They have not hit that 66 mark. They've gotten close to it, a lot of high-scoring games, but not quite at that 66. I think we stay under it. Probably not by a ton, but 66 is a lot of points. So I'm going to jump on the under, and I'm going to say we get like a 37 to 22 or 24 point Washington win. I think they win by double digits. UCLA will still get their points, but yeah, that's where I'm sitting on this one.
Hey, I like it. No, yeah, give me Washington all day long. I'm going to stay away from that total. It just scares me a little too much for my liking. But Noah, let's move on to the game that I was so happy to see on the sheet to talk about. I was so happy because I have so many opinions about these two teams. I want to talk about the Michigan shithead Wolverines going to Iowa. All right. Now, I mean, where do you want me to start? Let's talk about how Michigan is the second most overrated team in college football right now, still somehow in the top 4. Let's talk about how they had a cupcake schedule, all 4 weeks, and everyone is getting on this Michigan bandwagon. Oh, they're all the way back. They look good, brother. No. All we know is that we don't know this Michigan team. This line, Noah, opened up at 4.5, and I thought that was very respectable and thought the line should stay there. But the way the betting's going, it's all the way up to 11 now. 11 now. And you're telling me I'm going to get this boring Iowa team that knows who they are. They are a boring fucking team. Okay, and they know who they are. They have an identity, and Michigan's going to come in here and change that? No. Iowa is still going to be boring. It's going to be a miserable, miserable game to watch because it's going to be Michigan's, I hate to say it, first true test. And yeah, I mean, no, give me Iowa. Slam the plus 11. The fact that they're almost 2 touchdown dogs at home is unbelievable. Michigan is going to go home with their tail between their legs. If they get a win, it's going to be another one that you shouldn't be proud of. What?
This game's so terrible, man.
It's so bad. It's such a bad game.
Yeah, but I'd roll the dice with taking Iowa plus 11 against literally any team in the country.
You're not rolling dice though.
Other than maybe Georgia, Bama, and Ohio State. But even those, I still might take Iowa at home plus 11 just because it's Iowa. It's Iowa City. Weird things happen in Iowa City. I think this game's going to be within 6 points or less either way. I wouldn't be surprised to see like a 9-3 or a 9-6 football game where there's not a single fucking touchdown scored in this game.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to take Iowa to cover. I'm going to take the under on 42 points. That seems a little high for an Iowa game. Yeah, my final score prediction: Michigan wins 9-6. Only field goals. Field goals.
I love it. And I'm going to throw another side thing in there. There's probably going to be at least 3 missed field goals. Minimum.
Oh yeah. So yeah, they go combined 5 for 8 for field goals. Michigan wins 9-6. There's like 5 or 6 turnovers combined. Yeah, it's going to be an ugly one.
Oh, it's going to be so bad. I can't wait to watch it.
I hope it's cold and rainy just to add to the mix.
Because
that would just escalate things even farther. Let's just make it the most Iowa game we can possibly make it.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. I'm here for it. If there is rain, give me alternate under 10. That being said,
that would be juicy.
That would be so juicy. But let's keep it moving, Noah. We got
I was thinking more like a 17.5 alternate, but
All right, it's 17 and a half is respectable. I'll take 17 and a half if you're for your final score. Moving on to a game that hopefully will be a little bit more entertaining. We got Kentucky taking a trip to Ole Miss. Both teams 4-0. Ole Miss 6.5-point favorites at home. Totals at 54.5, brother. And let me tell you, the public loves Kentucky like they love apple pie. 75% of the bets, 48% of the money on Kentucky. There's a lot of money backing Ole Miss. Definitely a lot of sharp money, the heavy on the money there. But I'm not going to lie, Noah. I have not watched enough Ole Miss tape to have a good opinion about Ole Miss, but I have enough to know about Kentucky. And the thing that's really scaring me now is seeing this line move from 1.5 to 6.5 just in a matter of days as we do record this on a Tuesday. So with that line movement, I'm going to have to say give me Ole Miss, and I'm going to go with the sharp money here.
You're taking the points on Mississippi.
I'm taking the points on Mississippi. I know Kentucky's been a machine.
Ooh,
I know Kentucky's been a machine. But when I watch that team, I see something missing. So I'm going to go with the team that I know absolutely nothing about instead.
This one, it feels like a trap. Maybe it is a trap. I'm hoping it's not. You're giving me Kentucky plus 6.5. If this game was a pick'em, I'd still be on Kentucky, which is why I am full on boom, hammer it down. Ooh. Kentucky money line, putting Ole Miss on upset alert at home. Kentucky's got a top 3 quarterback in all of college football. There's 3 guys that are standing out this season. That's CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, and then Levis at Kentucky. And he's playing out of his mind. I think that continues. I'm not, Ole Miss, obviously the biggest test Kentucky's going to have so far this season. But I think they handle it. I think they weather the storm. I think Kentucky walks out of there with a win and goes to 5-0.
Wow. Now, are you going to be juicy enough and take that money line?
Oh, I am on a money line.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misheard. No, I'm sorry. I was looking for the next game.
All the way. Not even a like.
Not even a sprinkle. You're just slamming the money line.
Yeah, not even I'm going to take the spread and sprinkle the money line type of situation. I'm going to take the money line and slam the spread type of situation.
Gotcha. Attaboy. Good luck. I think it's a trap, though. Moving on, Noah. Let's go. What the heck? Yep, there we go. Oklahoma going to TCU. The Sooners versus the Horned Frogs.
The Horny Dogs.
The Horny Dogs. They are 6.5-point dogs at home. And total at 68.5. Noah, I was saying Horny Dogs for a reason.
Oh, I know where you're going on this one.
I love TCU.
I knew where you were going before we even came on air.
I'm glad, Noah. I'm glad. I don't trust this Oklahoma team whatsoever. I don't see what anyone sees in them. But then again, that's been my problem with most things, and that's why I lose a couple bets here and there. But this TCU team is firing on all cylinders. I love their defense, love their offense. And, dude, give me TCU plus 200 on the money line. And, I'm going to have a nice steak dinner, I think, with that.
I am very tempted to do the same.
You got to.
I think I'm going to play it safe.
Ooh.
Buy a point and take TCU plus 7.5.
Respect it. I respect the play.
I might do a little baby sprinkle on the money line, but I'm not going full unit or anything like that. I'm buying the point, taking the safe route. I might even buy 2 points up to like 8.5.
Jeez.
We'll see. I don't think Oklahoma blows out TCU at TCU. So I think TCU keeps it to a 1-score game. I think this comes down to the late 4th quarter. This could be an overtime game. Very well. I know TCU also undefeated, but I just don't quite trust them enough right now. I need to see more from them. I think there's better teams in the Big 12, but not hyping up Oklahoma. Just I'm not fully sold on TCU yet.
No, not at all. I get it, but I fucking love TCU. I'm doing money line. I'm not even taking the spread. I'm just gonna free nut this one, dude. And let's move on to another game. I think I'm just gonna free nut, bro. Let's go with it. Texas Tech, the Red Raiders. Big win over Texas last week. Texas horns all the way down. Y'all never coming back. RG Manning sure as hell ain't coming. But yeah, Texas Tech, 8-point dogs at K-State. 57.5 is the total. I mean, Kansas State with a big win over Oklahoma last week as well at Oklahoma. I mean, you got two teams off a big win. So first of all, give me the under 57.5. They're going to be mentally drained. They're college kids. You know they were out partying a couple nights afterwards. And then also go ahead and give me Texas Tech plus the 8, and I'm going to sprinkle that money line. I love the Red Raiders and what they're doing. Hate K-State. That's why I have I'm in the wrong studio. I got Big J over my right shoulder usually, and so I'm going with Texas Tech plus the 8 and the under here.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over for a very similar reason that you are.
But you just think the defense is just going to be, and the offense is going to be up.
I think both teams coming over huge late wins, and I'm ready for all the slop. I think this is going to be a sloppy, messy game. I think there's going to be defensive breakdowns. There's going to be offensive breakdowns that are going to lead to turnovers, that are going to lead to short fields, that are going to lead to more points. I am all over the over on this game. And 8 points, I like that number. I'm going to take Texas Tech to cover that.
Fuck yeah, Noah. Join the bandwagon. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Next game we got on the slate. Oregon State going to Utah. Oregon State 10.5-point dogs at Utah. 55 is the total. Utah has been a team that we've all said is the best team in the Pac-12. Well, here come the Beavers, bro. Beavers haven't been looking too shabby. They've been picking up some W's lately. I mean, USC, MTST, and Fresno, a couple of the big ones, obviously. Utah not blowing out ASU like I hoped they would per se, but still putting up a good performance. And they covered 16.5. You got the public, the money. Actually, public bet 62% all over Oregon State, but 62% of the money is on Utah. So you got a lot of sharp money, big money coming in on Utah there. Kind of split. Noah, what are your thoughts on this game?
If you asked me before the season started, if this was a week 1 game, I'd be absolutely all over Utah minus 10.5 at home.
Yeah.
But these are two of the top 4 teams in the Pac-12, maybe 2 of the top 3. And I have not been shy about the fact that I am very high on this Oregon State team. They should have beat USC last week. If they did so, they'd be in the rankings. This would be, maybe where College Game Day was this week.
Yeah.
Actually, probably wouldn't have beat out. Probably still wouldn't have beat out NC State Clemson. But
we'll get to that in a little bit.
It would have been a very high profile matchup. I'm sure Oregon State would have jumped all the way to like 18 or something if they beat USC, which they should have. However, Oregon State was at home. Now they're playing at Utah. Utah, a very tough place to go in and grab a win. So I'm a little torn on this. I definitely think Utah is going to win this game, but this 10.5 is just a tough number. I'm going to ride on the under 55 for sure.
Love that.
And I think because I'm taking the under, I got to take the dog to cover the 10.5. I got to take Oregon State to keep this within 10 points or less.
All right, Noah. I said something at the beginning of football season that I want to reiterate, okay? That we would not let past performances infiltrate our thoughts, okay? This Utah team is still the Utah team, okay? Oregon State, I will admit, out of nowhere, seems to be one of the, like you said, top 3 teams one of the top 3 teams in the Pac-12. USC obviously being number 1, but I am sticking with our convictions here, Noah. You and I both know at heart Utah is the better team and is going to win this game. But I think they're going to take a step further. I really think they're not okay with how they played against ASU. They're going to come out at home, slinging away, stomp on a throat or two. Give me the 10.5, give me Utah, and give me my convictions, all right?
All right.
Boom. Convictions is a big word for me. I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, only problem with that statement, USC not the top team in the Pac-12, but
They
that's okay.
absolutely are. They absolutely are the top team in the Pac-12, Noah.
By the time the season runs its course, we'll see that that's not true.
By the time the season runs its course, we will. We'll see it. We'll see it's very true. All right. Give me 1 second as I find our next game. That is Alabama at Arkansas. Arkansas 17.5 point favorites 17.5 point dogs at home. We got a live puppy here, Noah. 61 is the total. No, I'm going to say it once. I'll say it again. This Alabama team this season, they may be 4-0, but this is not a 4-0 Bama team of the past. I mean, they don't look particularly dominant, if you'll say. They look good, but they don't look particularly dominant, in my opinion. I don't think they're winning the games. What?
They won 55-3 last week.
And they played who?
Vanderbilt.
Yeah, fucking Vanderbilt. Come on. And then what? You're gonna say the 63-7 beat when they beat ULM was a big one? They're good. They're doing
what they should.
Though. Yeah, they're doing what they should, but they should be doing
Their
it.
Starters are only
They
playing.
should be doing it a lot better.
Their starters are only playing 2 quarters.
So what? I get that, Noah, but still, they should be able to put up more. And I think they're gonna have to play their starters the whole game this time. And so we're gonna see if the starters have the gas to do it. And so, honestly, the public is split on this, 50-50 on the bets, but 70% on the money on Arkansas. I'm staying on the sharp side here. I'm saying Alabama definitely doesn't cover 17.5 in this situation. And no, I'll go even as far to say that Arkansas is probably going to hand them their first loss. Woo pig suey, Noah, I'm joining this week. I'm going to sprinkle the money line. Where are we going? What are you doing?
All right. Well, I'm still on the Woo Pig train, right?
Yeah, I know.
Ain't nothing wavering about that. They should have won last week. I feel, terrible for their kicker, doinking that off the very, very top of the upright. God, some of the edits on Twitter with people putting I saw the worst one was somebody put the Titanic song over that. I was like, poor kid.
Man.
Should have had the game winner there. Arkansas should still be undefeated. I do think Bama is definitely the superior team here. We've talked about the drop-off between Georgia, Bama, Ohio State, and the rest of the country. But this is a home game at Arkansas. This should have been the college game day game of the week, but Arkansas couldn't win, unfortunately, last week. I think Arkansas covers the 17.5.
Woo pig.
I think they can keep a 2-score game. I think Bama wins this game by about somewhere in the 10 to 14 point range. So I'm taking Arkansas to cover. And 61 on the over under. I don't know. I might just stay off of that one.
Yeah, that's a little tight for me.
I might just stay off. I'm kind of leaning the under, but I don't like it enough.
I don't blame you there, Noah. Now, let's keep her moving, Noah. We got Oklahoma State Cowboys going to the Baylor Bears. Baylor Bears, 2.5 point home favorites. 56 is the total. Bro, I mean, this is a solid matchup. I'm here for it. 2.5 points. Rematch. What are you thinking on this, bub?
This is a huge game. Rematch of the Big 12 championship last year. Oklahoma State losing to Baylor at the very, very end of that. Crushing loss. Oklahoma State probably would have gotten that 4th spot over Cincinnati if they had won that game. Yeah, Oklahoma State's taking this. They have all the story, all the motivation behind this game.
Yeah.
They're not letting this one slip. They're not letting this one slip. I'm taking a money line. I don't care that it's at Baylor. Baylor's looked pretty good, but they've shown a little bit of weakness. Oklahoma State, I think, comes out with a huge win in this one. They've got their eyes set. Now, especially with Texas and Oklahoma both having multiple losses. Well, Texas multiple losses, Oklahoma now losing. This is Oklahoma State's. I mean, Baylor's got a loss already. This is their conference for the taking.
True.
And they're motivated to get a college football playoff spot this year. So they're going to be playing real hard. I think they come out commanding win over Baylor.
You know what, Noah? I'm not gonna lie. That speech made me want to run through a wall for Oklahoma State. All right. And I was ready to come in here and give you all the reasons I want to take Baylor, minus the 2.5 at home. Not even a field goal. But no, let's fucking go. I'm with you. I'll ride with you on that one. Give me Oklahoma State money line. I'm not even going to question it. Not even going to question it. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Don't
yeah.
really like Oklahoma State, but go
Nope.
Pokes.
Go. Yeah, go. Oh man, let's keep it moving to the next one we got. We got Wake Forest traveling to Florida State. Florida State 7-point favorites at home. 65.5 is the total here. Let's take a look at what the public's thinking on this one. I mean, pretty even. You got Florida State with 54% of the bet, 61% of the money, so a little bit more money coming in there. I mean, I think I don't know about you. I think we've talked about it. I can't remember. I think Wake Forest should be 4-0. That's a completely different topic for later. This Florida State team I can't get a read on. I honestly can't. I watch them and they move the ball well, but I just see issues on defense. I guess that's every college program's issue. What are you thinking, bro? Because that 7 is juicy for Wake Forest.
I think both of these teams are going to remain like fringe top 25 teams the rest of the season. So I would have liked to see this game. I mean, if I was setting odds, I'd have this game more of a pick 'em. So I'm definitely taking Wake Forest plus the 7. I might sprinkle a little on Wake Forest money line just because the juice is there.
Yeah.
No,
I'm with you.
Over under at 65 seems really high, so I'm going to stay off of that one because these teams are definitely capable of pushing a game up that high, but I don't like it.
No, don't like that at all, honestly. No, give me the 7. Give me Wake Forest. It's always Wake Forest. It's always been Wake Forest. It will continue to be Wake Forest. All right, Noah. Here's what we've all been waiting for. We've got college game day going to Clemson, North Carolina at Clemson. Clemson is a 6.5 point favorite here. 40.5 is the total. Noah, you know my thoughts on Clemson. You know my thoughts on Clemson. They're fake.
I do.
They're fake as hell. They shouldn't be a top 5 team. When I watch them, they don't play like a top 5 team. And bro, this screams one of your famous upset alerts here with NC State looking strong as ever. I mean, I'm not even going to give another reason. Clemson is fake. NC State's going to prove it. Give me NC State on the money line plus 202.
Yeah. NC State got a lot of hype coming into the season. A lot of people
hype.
talking about NC State, a very popular pick to win the ACC, a very popular pick to make the college football playoff, even people picking them to win the national championship. They haven't quite lived up to it so far. They haven't lost a game yet, but they haven't quite been playing as well as the hype would say. This is their make it or break it game. I mean, if they want to make the playoff, they have to win this game.
Yeah. 100%.
They win at Clemson. They're probably, then they're holding a playoff spot and it's theirs to lose, in my opinion. They're holding that 3rd or 4th spot and it's theirs to lose. They could obviously lose it. This line's tough. I do think Clemson should be favored at home in an environment like this. This is going to be a very, very hostile environment to play at.
Yeah.
I honestly think the 6.5 is fair. I would have thought anywhere between like 3 to 6.5 would be a fair number.
Yeah.
I'm slamming the over because Clemson's defenses look suspect.
Yeah.
But DJ Uyunglele has been playing really well this season. There's not many problems on Clemson's offense. Their defense just looks very suspect. I think this is a high-scoring game. Over under set at only 40. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes all the way up into the mid to upper 50s, if not the 60s in total points. The 6.5 is just giving me troubles.
Do it.
I'm buying a point and taking NC State plus the 7.5.
Come on, take the money line too. Sprinkle.
I'm not doing it. I'm just taking them plus 7.5. I get it. I don't like it enough. It's
but I get it.
same thing as the TCU Oklahoma game. It's just a tough line for me. It's a really tough line.
Fair enough.
That's 6. I hate those 5.5, 6.5s. Well, no, I love the 6.5 if I'm betting the favorite.
True,
but I hate the 6.5 as an underdog. I hate the 5.5 both ways.
Yeah, 5.5 sucks. 5.5 always sucks.
Yeah, that's the worst line.
Damn. Well, Noah, we've ran out of games to talk about. So
hey, if anyone ever needs to stop me from ever making any picks or betting on anything, just put every single line at 5.5 on football. I will stay away from every single one of them.
Sportsbooks, if Noah ever gets hot on his account, just start putting everything at 5.5. Oh, that's a good PSA for them, Noah. At least they know how to deal with a sharp like you, the sportsbook whisperer, the money train.
It's like, hey, I love buying points, buying and selling points. So
you love it. You love it. You'll love it, and I can't blame you for it. But with that being said, Noah, do you have anything else to say to the D-Gens before we sign off for the evening and start handicapping NFL Week 2, which will be out later we're in Week 4 already.
Yeah.
Damn. That's depressing. But anyway,
row the boat, Sky go Gophers. Bear down, go Cats.
Hey, bear down, go Cats. And of course, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Help us continue to grow so we can quit our day jobs and start doing this. Also, follow us on the Twitter and Instagram and everything in the link tree down below. And hey, we got dope merch. Go ahead and check out the merch store as well. And what's your favorite pick of the weekend? Drop your lock in the comments, and best comment gets a free shirt.
Something.
Yeah, free shirt. Let's go with that. Best comment, best pick gets a free shirt. It has to win though.
You get something.
You get a shirt probably. We got some dope shirts. Anyway, with that being said, of course, I've been the Perfect One AJ. That's been the Money Train Noah, and we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.